Welcome, Rich Rebel fans, here to the state playoff push. We are here in Randolph for a play-in game between the Rich Rebels and the Telos Titans. A 1 o'clock tip-off is slated to kick this game off here. Cody Olsen, Rob Leifson will join me in just a moment. He's running errands at the moment, and my beautiful wife, Melissa Olsen, here to cover the Rich Rebels here on our pregame show, brought to you by Gary H. Tusher. That's Gary Tusher CPA in Montpelier. Have your taxes filed and collected by one who knows professional agricultural taxes, especially during the tax season. We're getting ready now. Welcome to the UHSAA state playoffs. This time has come, and it is now officially survive and advance here in the state of Utah. This is your voice, the Rich High Rebels. Cody Olsen here, as the Rich Rebels of Randolph will be playing the 20th ranked Telos Titans, based out of Orem, Utah, for a chance to play Bryce Valley down in Richfield at the Sevier Valley Center. These two teams will meet for the third time this basketball season, the second time being here in Randolph. Don't expect anything like what we've seen before, as these teams are completely different than what we saw both at the beginning and middle of the season. There's a rule in sports that it is incredibly hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, and the Rich Rebels are going to try and do that against Telos tonight. Let's go ahead, take a 30-second break, come back to you on just a moment on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports.
2 of the things you work hardest for in life are your family and your money. Taking care of the money you earn is an important part of taking care of your family. Gary Tusher, CPA of Montpelier, Idaho, is a rancher who's also provided professional tax preparation and financial services for more than 30 years.
When it comes to taxes and your money, make sure it's handled the best way possible. Call me today, 208-847-2601.
Rich Rebel fans, welcome back here to Randolph as these teams are slated to take each other on for the third time this season, the Telos Titans and the Rich Rebels here of Rich County. Let's go ahead, dip into our scene set today between these two teams. Again, third time these teams will be facing off, this time here in the state playoffs. This is the play-in game hosted by the Rich Rebels. Let's go ahead and start with the Rich Rebels. The Rich Rebel boys have taken a skip and a leap in the RPI, going from 18th to 13th last week. Although the eye test, the Rebels are playing their best basketball of the season going into the first round of the playoffs. The Rebels have not only been in question to win games in the final possession, have only been blown out one time in the last month and a half. It seems to have corrected their shooting woes and that have plagued them greatly earlier on in the season. This is the chance for the Rebels to survive and advance into the second round, where they have a chance to play Bryce Valley early on March 2nd down in Richfield. Of note, a couple Rich Rebel boys have been dealing with a little bit of a fleeting illness, not much that's going to keep them out of the game. Carter Hoffman and Jaden Cornea having missed just a little bit of time this week. Our coach Cornea says both of them should be back and ready to go to play this game. Now, for the Telos Titans, last win of the season coming off a 52-38 win against number 23 ranked Dugway. The Telos Titans is the one that Rich has faced twice this year already. Both wins for the Rebels this latest game. A little bit closer battle, Rich holding off the Titans with a push at the very end, 55-48. The Telos Titans team has faced adversity and shooting woes and a few slumps in the middle of the year, but have stayed strong to fight for a chance to be in this play-in game against Rich here on a Saturday with playoff implications. The Titans, led by Thurston Davis and Noah Weiss, who facilitate and command the offensive side of the ball. The 1-2 combo of this talented team and these two athletes have led to an explosive offense at points that have gone head-to-head with really great teams this year. At points within the regular season, new head coach for the Telos Titans, Justin Levine. Thanks for joining us here on our Gary Tusher CPA pregame show. Our scene set today brought to you by J-Bar Excavation. That's the tool, the team, and the experience to get the job done, J-Bar Excavation. We'll take a quick break, come back to you for our interviews as we get ready for tip-off in about 13 minutes, only on 98.3 The Wildlife on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports.
Whether you're looking for gravel, sand, topsoil, rock, or other materials for your excavation or landscaping project, trust the experienced, knowledgeable team at J-Bar Excavation, specializing in sale and delivery of the materials you need to finish your project. J-Bar Excavation in Randolph, Utah has the team, the tools, and the plan to help you create exactly what you're looking for. J-Bar does quality work that fits your schedule and your budget. Call J-Bar Excavation today, 435-793-5855. When you enter the city limits of the town of Woodruff, the sign welcomes you to the town of coldest temps and warmest hearts. Settled in 1870, we celebrate the values of kindness, compassion, and friendliness, knowing that a community's greatness may best be measured by the compassionate actions of its members. Mayor Scott Savey and council members Raymond Franson, Millie Bradshaw, Seiko Webb, and Monica Schultes, with clerk Lisa Bell, welcome you and say,
Go Ridge Rebels!
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Rich Rebel fans, welcome back to our Gary Tusher CPA in Montpelier pregame show. We've heard from a couple people. We're also going to hear from an outstanding student later on at halftime. We'll hear from Brittany Lamborn. Special thanks to the town of Woodruff for letting me interview with her and get a catch up on how the girls have been going on after a huge win against Tabiona last week. Now, it is time for us to dip into our T7 Propane in Woodruff pregame coaches show. Time to go ahead, catch up with Coach Cornea as he looks forward to this week and getting ready for our playoff push at the very end of the month and into the month of March. Take it away, Coach Cornea. All right, that was my interview with Coach Lex Cornea. Joining me here in the booth, Rob Leifson. You've been running around. It's been fun. Everybody's starting to file into the gym. We're getting ready. These two teams coming up at Telos right now. We mentioned a little bit earlier in the broadcast, Rob, have come across a little bit of adversity. Their former assistant head coach has been elevated to their head coaching position in Justin Levine. This Telos team has not been afraid to play really good players earlier in the year.
Yeah, they've lost 4 or 5 that we saw earlier in the season, so that's going to be a big change. It's hard to prep for a team when you don't know who you've got.
There it is. Well, we're very, very close. We're getting ready for tip-off even as we speak right now. We'll go ahead and present the colors here for our state playoff time right before tip-off. We'll come back to you in about a minute to begin our coverage of Rich Rebel basketball on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports. Success is no accident. It comes from constant hard work, perseverance, sacrifice, and learning from failure. Laketown Mayor Burdette Weston and council members Dallas Clark, Gary Ogilvie, Eldon Robinson, and Delora Wright encourage the Rich High Rebels to continue to do whatever it takes to succeed in academics, activities, and athletics. The Town Council and citizens of Laketown celebrate the success of all the students and staff in the Rich School District.
Atlas Home Care and Hospice provides skilled nursing and physical therapy services in your home in Rich County. In-home service providers include Natalie Cornea, Kylie Argyle, Brady Stokes, and Bradley Holmes. Call Atlas Home Care and Hospice today.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Now you've got a safe and secure place to store your boat, RV, ATVs, and other vehicles right in town. T-Bar Body Shop offers storage for just $35 per month. Long and short-term storage options are available. Of course, T-Bar Body Shop also offers custom body work when you have an accident. We work with your insurance directly and get the job done right. T-Bar Body Shop offers a wide range of services. Stop in today and see all the ways T-Bar can serve you. 515 County Road, Evanston. Let T-Bar fix your car.
As high school sports fans, we know that sometimes you have to drive a long way to get to the next game. If you find yourself on the side of the road, remember that Freeway Tire in Evanston offers service calls and roadside assistance 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a great idea to have your vehicle serviced, tires checked, and oil changed to make sure it's in top shape before your next long drive. Visit Freeway Tire today, your locally owned and operated tire shop. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Welcome back here to the beginning. We're getting ready for tip-off. We've just announced the starters for each of these respective teams. Rob, you want to go ahead and cover Telos? I'll cover the Rebels.
They have got Noah Weiss, number 11, and Thurston Davis, number 3. Seth Fay, number 23. Davis Schmidt, number 10. And Will Carter, number 13.
There you go. That is your starters for the Telos Titans. As for the Rebels, a lineup we've seen a few times later in the year. We've got Hoffman, Pace, Carrillo, Cornea, and Weston out onto the court. We're getting ready now to tip off as we get ready to start everything here. Brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. Ball up in the air. Ball will be into the arms of the Telos Titans. It will be won by Seth Fay as Thurston Davis at the very top of the arc is going to work up against Cornea, drives right into the lane, And an offensive foul as Davis went very aggressively into the body of Jaden Cornea and is going to get called for just lowering the shoulder right there on the left block. And a very quick foul for Telos. Possession will switch as we are at the start of our first quarter today. Up to the top, Jaden Cornea working out to the right. Carter Hoffman, no dribble whatsoever. Corner three from Hunter Pace, high and long. Brought down by Hayden Weston. Weston loses the basketball, and now there's a scrum in the paint. Finally, a jump ball will be called. The ball will stay with the Rich Rebels after the opening possession and tip was won by Telos. So we get our first Mound Valley Cattle Company inbounds on the near side of the basket. Jaden Cornea inside. Little sneaky move there by Hayden Weston as he gets underneath the defense, puts it up for an easy layup. First points of the game scored by Hayden Weston, and the Rebels are up 2-0. Full court press broken by Telos. A long floater missing bad, and Seth Fay just a little bit off balance, missing that one. Here comes the Rich Rebels back into their offensive set, far side, back up to the top. Hayden Weston inside, feeding Riley Carrillo. Carrillo spins around with his back to the basket, shoots, and misses that one short. Seth Fay, redemption rebound, and here comes Telos across the half-court line. Thurston Davis against Cornea on the far side. He's going to work his way back up here to the half circle, now working his way left. Dribble handoff to Noah Weiss. Weiss pulls up from beyond the arc three, off to the left just a little bit. Hunter Pace with the rebound. So we've seen a couple big shots taken by Telos. Nothing has fallen for them so far. Only one bucket made in the ball game early on. Feed inside out, back up to the top for Hunter Pace. Rob, it's good to have you back in the booth. We're getting settled in. It felt like it was very fast to start this game, but the Rebels here with the basketball. It's exciting to be here for state playoff time.
It is. This was an interesting game in Telos a couple months ago, and the biggest key was keeping Riley Carrillo out of foul trouble, and he just picked up his first right there. He spent a lot of time on the bench, which was a challenge for the Rebels when they were playing in Orem.
That's an interesting thought to note that in the first game here in Randolph, Riley Carrillo had a huge double-double. It was 24 points and 11 rebounds or something like that. And then in the second game, Riley Carrillo only came away with 6 points because of foul trouble. A quick steal and a jab and a drive to the basket with the left hand. Jaden Cornea is going to miss that layup but get fouled. 6:04 left here in the first quarter. Rich Rebels up 2-0.
The key to the win in Orem was Hunter Pace had 4 threes, and Jaden Cornea added one as well. The Rebels jumped out to an early lead and then had an 11-point lead at halftime, but then Telos got hot in the third quarter and made a ball game of it, and it was some tense moments down the stretch before a couple free throws iced the game for the Rebels.
There you go. Speaking of free throws, Jaden Cornea will miss his first one from the Bear Lake Realty free throw line. Has a chance for redemption here for the second one. Taking time. Ball rolls in his hands, throwing that one up and good. Jaden Cornea has been very solid from the free throw line all season. I would dare say he's been one of the more consistent ones. If you want to put icing on the game, Jaden Cornea is there to do that. Thurston Davis, after getting a screen right at midcourt, finally crosses the half-court line. He's going to clear some people out with his left hand. One-on-one versus Jaden Cornea, driving right in front of the free throw line. Jumper, good, bottom of the net. That's great work from Thurston Davis. Now, one thing you got to remember here, Rob, if you've been following the Rebels all year, is that when they've played Telos, Thurston Davis and Noah Weiss are going to combine for about 20 points per game. Those are your two key players that you're going to have to try and shut down. Don't want to get Davis started early if you're the Rich Rebels, and he knocked that one down real clean inside. Riley Carrillo on the left side block, up into the body, and one against Seth Fay.
I'd say that about 90% of their offense comes from Davis and Weiss, especially with the players they had before that caused the Rebels some trouble in Orem are no longer with the team, and that's probably one of the biggest challenges when you've got an academy like this is your roster changes on a daily basis.
So, and one, Riley Carrillo is going to miss it off the front of the rim. It's going to roll off of the fingertips in the paint by Hayden Weston, but the ball will end up in the arms of Noah Weiss. Weiss over to Davis on the left side. Again, one-on-one versus Jaden Cornea. Right in the left elbow, back out to Weiss. Weiss dribbling with the left hand, spinning back into the lane right in front, and it's going to be stripped away by Carter Hoffman. Hoffman with the steal. Outlets to the far side for Hunter Pace, who just hands off to Jaden Cornea. Rebels up 5-2 here with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Carter Hoffman feeding inside. Hayden Weston, little pump, and it hangs on the front of the rim off the glass and falls in. Hayden Weston and Riley Carrillo working it in early for the Rich Rebels. They're up 7-2. Long quarters pass from Schmidt over to the far side. Ball again deflected. It's going to go back into the arms of Hoffman, and then a scrum on the basketball right there on the left baseline, and a jump ball finally called between Riley Carrillo, Hoffman, and also in the bottom of the pile there for the Telos Titans, Seth Fay. Inbounds here for the Telos Titans, Noah Weiss with a back cut here. Hunter Pace able to block that one away. Initially, Jack Graham had a good look at it, kind of held up in the air just a little bit. Pace is able to collect himself and knock that one away. So they'll swap sides of the basket for another inbounds play, this time on the far side. Up and over the top, Seth Fay driving against Hayden Weston. Jumper floats, and it bounces off the front and the backboard. Rebound, Riley Carrillo, no good. Hunter Pace here on the left side wing. Calm and collected. He's going to go ahead and bring it back up at the top, give it up for Cornea here. Back over to Pace on the left side wing. He's looking around, corner three, and now a dribble drive, kick out, left side wing three for Pace. That one's good. Bottom of the bucket, and Rob, yeah, really love to see when that three ball's fallen for the Rebels. They've been very hard to beat when that happens.
He shot 4 of 9 in Orem, so he was a hot hand there, and that does help a bunch.
Thurston Davis trying to shake off Jaden Cornea, driving left-hand baseline, up and over and underneath, right off the glass, and good. So Thurston Davis with the only points for Telos at the moment. We're going to take a quick Independent Software Solutions timeout. Let Brian be your IT guy. We'll come back to you in 30. Actually, we'll stay here. We'll go ahead and do our Bear Lake Realty fan cam. Gary and Amber McKee is the ones you want to call if you're wanting any type of real estate in the Bear Lake area. Gary and Amber McKee are there to take your phone call at 435-946-8888. Back to the live camera here. Our first quarter score with about 3:45 left before the end. Rich Rebels up 10-4. Obviously, this is our play-in game hosted by the Rich Rebels. They're sitting at 13th in the RPI, Rob. The Telos Titans, with a 7-11 overall record, are sitting at 20th. And it's just a really fun atmosphere to be here in Rich so far. And it's going to be the last game of the year here in Randolph.
Good news and sad news.
Good news and sad news. Good news is that both of these teams have a chance here to make some waves, both the boys and the girls program, in the state playoffs. First step for the boys is against the Telos Titans here at home.
And the girls will draw ICS on Wednesday night. They get the late game at 8:30. So the boys get the early game at 10, we hope.
Yep.
And the girls will cap it off that night.
Noah Perry has checked into the ball game. He's come in for Hayden Weston. Still the same lineup for the Telos Titans, as Cornea will come across the line in their all-whites from left to right on your radio dial. Jaden Cornea now looking at a little bit of a zone. Telos has kind of swapped it up here a little bit. Corner, near corner, fake inside. Riley Carrillo has a little bit of room, and he bounces it off the back iron. Oh, the backboard and in. Good move from Riley Carrillo. Breaking the press. Here comes the Telos Titans. Long three from Noah Weiss on the left side wing. That one bounces off the front of the rim. It's tracked down on the far corner by Riley Carrillo. Jaden Cornea pushing it up himself, goes to the left side for Hunter Pace. Here's that zone again. Last time they were able to feed it into Riley Carrillo. Left side, pump fake three. Rob, it's been interesting to see how this game's been going along so far. Did you have something?
Well, Noah Perry and Carson Muirbrook were huge when we played down in Orem because Riley spent so much time on the bench. And there's another three from Hunter Pace.
Hunter Pace, a huge three from the right side wing. He just, the ball goes up every time that you're trying to give us good nuggets of information, Rob. Thurston Davis in trouble. He's almost thrown out the back line because of the pressure of the defense. Then breaking up to the press, Noah Weiss on the left side baseline. Double teamed inside. Seth Fay. No, that's not Seth Fay. That's Will Carter. Lost the handles on the inside paint. Riley Carrillo kicks it out to the left side. We're back into the half-court offense for the Rebels. They're up 15-4. Noah Perry on the high post, sneaking inside with the right hand. That will roll, and it hung on there for a hot minute, Rob. And for dramatic effect, Noah Perry will get onto our scoring sheet after slipping in behind the soft spot of the zone from the high post inside the low post. Puts it up with the right hand.
And the fans probably couldn't hear, but Coach Cornea was walking him through that play one step at a time, telling Noah what to do.
Here we go, right side elbow. Seth Fay driving against Hunter Pace. That one high off the glass and good. from about 2 feet out. 17-16 is your score. 1 minute, 35 seconds left here. Hoffman on the right side wing. And Rob, it's a state playoff game, but Coach Cornea is able to, Hunter Pace rising, short corner, near corner 3. Good. Now we're up to 20 already for the Rich Rebels, 20-6. Thurston Davis almost lost the basketball, instead kicks it out to Seth Fay. Inside, dribble, drop, and high off the glass, no good. A shot there by Will Carter, taken away by Riley Carrillo on the defensive rebound. Another feed for Riley Carrillo. And that's going to get deflected out of bounds, out the baseline underneath the basket. Rob, I was about to say it's incredibly fun to be here for state playoff time, but I don't know if everybody's woken up. It's very quiet in here.
It is a little quiet.
So quiet that Coach Cornea is able to, with not a yelling voice whatsoever, able to walk through each of his players, the game plan or the play calling. It's been very quiet. Jaden Cornea, near side, intercepted on the inbounds there by Seth Fay. A turnover for the Rebels, 55 seconds left before the end of the first.
Davis Schmidt and Charlie Jones in the ballgame for the Titans.
Seth Fay gets his own offensive rebound after the miss and just puts that one a little bit long, and it's going to be a foul on the Telos Titans. No, probably just out of bounds. Out of bounds as Telos had 2 chances at that one. It did not fall. 42 seconds left. The Rebels up 20-6 here in the first quarter. Cornea inside the half circle is going to go to the right for Hoffman. Hoffman, one dribble feed inside from Muirbrook. Double pump and a travel violation, I think.
Yeah, I think they're going to get an offensive foul on Noah Perry.
Noah Perry?
Nope.
Offensive foul. We got an offensive foul, but we didn't see who it was on.
The scoreboard says Noah Perry. So.
There you go. Noah Perry's going to get pegged for, it was off ball, Rob, and that's an offensive foul. So they're going to let the ball roll. Telos saving some precious moments on the clock, and an offensive foul on Telos. Charlie Jones trying to set an offensive screen, and it was called illegal by our official crew. So we get 2 back-to-back offensive fouls. Thurston Davis on the sideline at the moment. He's got to fix a bloody nose here. Right side wing, Hunter Pace up to the top. Davis is set to check back into the ball game. Cornea and company working it around the arc. Carson Muirbrook and Noah Perry flip-flop in spaces, trying to make some space inside that zone that they're seeing right now. Left side wing, Hunter Pace. Almost got trapped in there. 3 seconds left in the ball game. Perry thought he had a moment in there, and Carter Hoffman not able to see the clock. The time runs out. And that will be the end of one, 20-6 after the end of the first quarter. We'll come back to you for our Stacy's Repair second quarter in just a moment on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports.
This is Gary McKee. Inviting you to call Bear Lake Realty today, 435-946-8888. Find out how you can be part of this beautiful area here with sandy beaches and private access, or the quickest way to get access to the marina in the Bear Lake area. You can have your own second home or a quarter share into those second homes for starting at $250,000, or you can start your own Airbnb investment and use it as well. Just call us and we'll teach you how to do that at Bear Lake Realty at 435-946-8888.
Back here for the start of our second quarter. Rob, we've seen a few Plains Tire points in the paint by the Rebels, and then a few from beyond the arc by Hunter Pace, and that's put the Rebels up 20-6. Putting up a 20-burger in one quarter is good offensively for the Rebels.
And in the game down in Orem, because I know you were here covering the game with the home game, but Rebels were up 14-12 in that first quarter, but I'm still trying to spin my head around the roster change from Telos. It's hard to prepare for a team that you don't know who you're going to face, and that's probably one of the biggest changes is we're not seeing the same team we saw in Orem.
That's very true. A little bit of a roster turnover, and coaching staff might be a little bit different as well. Telos has found itself in a position to play the Rebels right now. Riley Carrillo up and over the top to the right-hand block. Hayden Weston gets blocked again. Ball up in the air, back into the arms of Weston. He'll go up with it, and that will be a foul. as he got body bumped there by Seth Fay underneath the basket. He'll have a chance for 2 free throws.
State playoffs are going to be key for free throws. The Rebels were 6 of 12 when we played in Orem, and that's going to be big in the state tournament.
First one up and good by Hayden Weston. Pushing that lead up 21-6. Second one, that one rolls out off the back iron, up into the arms of Davis, going down the right sideline. We have a little roster, a lineup change, almost a hockey lineup change. We've had a few. Trey Walker and Nate Woods is in the ballgame for the Rebels. Thurston Davis hounded by Trey Walker, and it's going to be stolen away after a cross-court pass. Nate Woods decided to play the safe game, picked up his dribble, and pitched it back to Jaden Cornea. Left side wing into their offense, the Rebels. Far corner, again, feeding Riley Carrillo. A little double handoff, and Hayden Weston goes up again into the body of Thurston Davis. And I'll say this, Hayden Weston has a knack for getting those calls. He is very good at it, Rob.
That little pump fake does a good job, and that's Thurston Davis' second foul. That's going to be critical because he is their offense.
Keep that in mind. Thurston Davis with 2 fouls early on with 7 minutes and 13 seconds left before halftime. First one up for Hayden Weston. He went 50% from the line about 20 seconds ago. And he'll do 50% again. Offensive rebound by Riley Carrillo. Back to Carrillo from Weston. Riley pumps, gets Seth Fay up in the air, goes up and underneath and puts it in. Very patient work from Riley Carrillo, who is just playing a 1-2 game with Hayden Weston underneath after those offensive rebounds. Driving left side baseline with Noah Weiss. Short on the layup. Jaden Cornea pushing it all the way here. Left side wing, 3 for Nate Woods. That one will be just a tad short. Offensive rebound by Hayden Weston and a putback. 26-6 for the Rebels. They're sprinting out early right now. And you're seeing tons of points in the paint brought to you by Plains Tire, and it's spearheaded by Riley Carrillo and Hayden Weston right now, Rob. Thurston Davis drives. It's going to be rejected. That ball bounces out the left side and comes out. Jaden Cornea, a little flip to the right side wing, up and over the top. Back to Nate Woods. Inside, Trey Walker almost losing that basketball, able to recollect himself and kick it back out. Nate Woods right side, short corner inside. And a little pitch. Seems like Hayden Weston and Riley Carrillo are really getting spacing correct, and they're getting positioning correct. They're having good looks right now. That one bounced off of a Telos Titan after a deflection goes out of bounds. Another Mountain Valley Cattle Company inbound. Jaden Cornea has to go and bail out over the top for Trey Walker.
Sean Miller in the game for the Titans.
Miller in the game for the Titans as well, so a little bit of a change-up for the Titans. Corner 3 from Nate Woods on the far side. That one rims out, no good. Offensive rebound, Carrillo, and a putback. Rob, that's going to be one of our talking points for halftime, and it's going to be offensive rebounds and second chance points for the Rebels right now. I dare say that they're doubling their points because of it. Thurston Davis at the very top of the arc, left-hand dribble, crossover left side, 3 long for Weiss. That one also long, and Riley Carrillo bounces off of his fingertips, try to get it back into his own hands and in the possession, and in so doing, it will bounce out the baseline. Out of bounds, it will go with Telos.
5 offensive boards for the Rebels already in the first half.
Noah Weiss inbounds here for Schmidt. Up to the top for Davis. Long 3, about 3 feet beyond the arc. That's the bottom of the bucket. Thurston Davis trying to put some spark back into the Telos Titans. 28-9 is your score. 5:17 before halftime. Trey Walker back to Nate Woods on the right side wing, extended. Up and underneath now, corner, feed. And that time, Carrillo not able to hold on to the basketball, and a turnover into the arms of Telos.
That 3 by Davis ends an 11-0 run by the Rebels.
Noah Weiss spinning around, right side block, elbow shot off the back of the backboard and in. That was an off-balanced acrobatic shot from Noah Weiss, who spun around and put that ball in the basket. When you need points, Noah Weiss is there to help you out. Jaden Cornea had a streaking Hayden Weston inside the paint. He's out on the right side wing, just missed the read. Cornea out to the left side for Nate Woods, and it seems like Telos is trying to implement a little trap on the wings to force some turnovers. All right, so we get a kickball call. It was probably just grazed off of the foot. And we'll get that ball coming out for Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound on the far side of the basket on the baseline. Jaden Cornea inside for Riley Carrillo. And Carrillo is just a 2-foot pass. Carrillo had a good positioning on it, puts it up and in for another layup. Another long three from Thurston Davis, this time very long. It's going to careen off the backboard, go into the arms of Hayden Weston, and then into Jaden Cornea. 30-11 is your score. 4 minutes left before halftime. Right side wing, Trey Walker keeping it in a good, safe position. And finally, the Telos Titans are going to front the Rebels and deflect that one out of bounds. Sean Miller in the ball game. Some stellar defense from him as he's trying to reject anything inside right now. Jaden Cornea with another inbound play. Riley Carrillo turns around for a little jumper about 5 feet off. He's going to get hit on the arm, and he'll go to the line for shooting. And Riley Carrillo right now, I don't know what his point total is, Rob, but it's quite substantial at the moment.
He's already got 10 points and 9 boards. 7. I did bad math.
Bad math, that's all right. And Carrillo got whacked in the nose, and he looks pretty sweet. I hope we get a nice photo of that bloody nose. Carrillo just cleaning himself up, and Coach Cornea doing his best impression. You know, when you got a messy face when you're a little toddler and got to get stuff off?
It's like we're watching a movie called Rocky or something.
I know.
Send him to the corner, he gets cleaned up, send him back in the ring.
All right, Riley Carrillo, after getting cleaned up, will go to the free throw line. He must have dripped a little bit on the court as well. They cleaned it up, and now we're resetting and ready for these free throws. As the foul got called a little while ago, Carrillo's going to stroll right back to the line.
Rebels only 3 of 7 so far from the free throw line.
First one for Carrillo. Good. Bottom of the bucket. And I had a chance to talk with Coach Cornea a little bit about Riley Carrillo's improvement as a shooter. And he talked a little bit about how well Riley has gone from, you know, a defensive primary, a secondary player from last year, to really a key element to this team. He's done very, very well. Only high praises from his coach. He's going to miss the second free throw. Score is 31-11. Last points for the Titans came off of a acrobatic shot on the right side wing and then a foul by the Rebels. Thurston Davis was driving right into the paint. It's going to be on Hoffman for a blocking call.
Only the 3rd team foul for the Rebels, so keeping it clean.
Telos to inbound on the near side. On the baseline, up and over the top for Seth Fay. He's going to dribble out to the right side wing. Get caught up in a little bit of traffic and then pitch it back to Thurston Davis. Davis dribbles against Hoffman. Now right side baseline. Jumper, short. Hoffman with an impressive box out on the baseline. Gets the rebound and then a 3 in transition. 100 pace. Misses that one. Nothing but air. Davis collects it, pushes it up the floor. Thought about the 3 on the left side, and then Hoffman able to collect and come up on him. A travel violation on Seth Fay. As he got that ball back from Davis, worked his way to the right, and then just kind of got tripped up. Seth Fay coming up a little gingerly on his left ankle. Nate Woods. Right to left, and another corner 3 from Hunter Pace. Corrects himself and puts that one in. Far corner 3 brought to you by T7 Propane.
And that matches his total from the game in Orem.
34-11 with 2:47 left before halftime. Davis, right in front of the media table, is going to get a screen across the arc. Hoffman's going to try and force him left. That's an assignment that coach has given him, and that is to make Davis go left. He's dominant with the right hand. Noah Weiss now getting a pass, and bounce pass on the right side wing. Corner 3, Weiss liked that shot, took it, and now in transition, up and over the top, a fast break. Stutter, Riley Carrillo. Telos coming in, trying to catch up. will whack Carrillo on the arm, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Scoreboard says that's his 3rd foul, but I'm a little bit hesitant to agree with that.
Back iron off the first shot from Carrillo. A little bit of a switch up. Will Carter and Charlie Jones have checked into the game for Sean Miller and Davis Schmidt. It's coming in for shooter. Carson Muirbrook will come in for Riley Carrillo on the next dead ball. Carrillo for his 2nd chance. Puts that one up and in. 50% from the line. And a substitution. Jaden Cornea comes in for Nate Woods, and Carson Muirbrook comes in for Carrillo. Out onto the floor, Pace, Hoffman, Perry, Muirbrook, and Cornea. Thurston Davis working his way just to the left of the half circle, drives with his left hand, works his way back up over the top. Carter Hoffman really trying to force him left and work his way with the left hand. Inside, up and over, underneath. Noah Perry was there, and a foul by Noah Perry on Will Carter, so he'll get 2 chances at the line.
And that's Noah's 2nd foul. First free throws by the Titans in the game.
So to the line struts 6 foot Will Carter, a guard for the Telos Titans. And there's more blood on the floor. We're going to go ahead and clean up.
Coach Cornea does everything.
Coach Cornea taking care of all things here in the gym. It's nice and squeaky clean. It's right in front of the free throw line, right smack dab in the middle, as in the middle as you can be. I can't tell you how many times I've actually seen this happen this year for basketball. Something out onto the court needs cleaned up. Someone goes out and cleans it up. This time, Coach Cornea gets the call.
One of the challenges for the Titans have been their turnovers. They've got 8 in the first half.
8 turnovers, obviously kind of, it will make it hard to stay with anybody with 8 turnovers right now, and some of their shots have not been falling. Off the bank.
Bank's open on a Saturday morning.
Bank is open. Someone tell the bank that the bank is open. And that will push the Titans up to 12 off that bank on the free throw by Will Carter. Second one, that one, back iron, rebound, Carson Muirbrook. Up for Hoffman, they're gonna go out to the right side, another corner, drive, dribble, feed, Buckwheat in the game, high off the glass, that will bounce out, Buckwheat not able to get that one in. Here comes Will Carter again. He's all alone versus 3 Rebels, and he has to pick up his dribble and pitch it back up for Davis. Davis from the 10-foot line, long, high rebound, Buckwheat onto our scoreboard with a rebound. Cornea, right side, feed, Muirbrook fading away, no. Danced on the rim a little bit, and then a jump ball. In there wrestling with Charlie Jones was Carter Hoffman. And then an inbound for Thurston Davis. 90 seconds left before halftime. The Rich Rebels are up 35-12. A lot of the offensive production coming from Davis and Noah Weiss, as we've seen the majority of the season. Trying to get other people in there. Noah Weiss from beyond the arc at the very top. Drives with the right hand. Dribble off the glass. No. Short. Baseball pass way down the court. Hunter Pace gets in front of the convoy and puts it up with the right hand and good. Noah Weiss across the timeline. They're trying to stop the bleeding and get some points on the board right now. Weiss, inside feed for Seth Fay, and a foul on Jaden Cornea before the pass.
That's Jaden's first foul.
51 ticks of the clock before our halftime here, and the Rich Rebels have been scoring in bunches. Another foul, quickly holding on the arm. I believe it might be on Pace this time. Or another one on Jaden Cornea. No, I was wrong. Carson Muirbrook's going to get that one. Muirbrook with his first foul of the game. Another inbounds on the far sideline. No, on the far corner on the baseline. All the way up and over the top. Will Carter feeds inside for Seth Fay on the left elbow. Back cut there for Carter. No, this is a miss by Charlie Jones. Charlie Jones had a good look, made some space. Hockey assist from Cornea. Pace looking for Hoffman. Deflected out of bounds out the baseline. Rebels have been pushing it up the floor, and they've been getting good looks at it. Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound. And our official, Motive, catches that one off of the arms of Thurston Davis. Up and around the horn all the way, and they'll look and feed. No, they want to get it inside for Carson Muirbrook, but they're not going to. Thurston Davis pushing it up the floor after the steal to Noah Weiss. All the way down. Will Carter gets pushed from behind and then gets helped back up from Buckwheat. He's going to get 2 shots going up there as the Telos Titans trying to get some fast break points. We've got 21 seconds left before halftime. First one up from Will Carter. Long. Back iron right back to him. Still 37-12. Second one, Carter knocks it home. Gets it up to 13. Right sideline, Hunter Pace in front of the media table. Crossover back up to the top to the half circle. Gives it right to Cornea. Cornea will reset the offense. Goes out to the left. Hoffman. 8 seconds left in here and an alley-oop. Hunter Pace short after putting that one up. Noah Weiss, a long 3, and Buckwheat collects that air ball, and that will go down as a rebound, and that will be our halftime score. 37-13 on our Stacy's Repair conclusion of the second quarter. Into halftime we will go. We'll hear from Brittany Lamborn, and then we'll touch up as to what these teams can do to either continue to pull away if you're the Rich Rebels or to come back if you're the Telos Titans. Cody Olsen, Rob Leifson, Melissa Olsen here in the booth. We'll come back to you in just a moment on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife. Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of 6,300 feet, with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that is one reason why the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, a value for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Sim Bell and the town board, Melanie Lim, Clay Barker, Brandon Hatch, and Frank Sano, support the Rich Rebels and hope that you can come back often.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments, no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
All right, we welcome you back here for the Crawford Trough halftime show. Rob Leifson, Cody Olsen here in the booth. What we've seen in the first half, Rob, is the Rich Rebels kind of pulling away right now as the Telos Titans have been turning over the ball a few times, and that's given Rich a chance to capitalize. They've been able to get some points in the paint for our Plains Tire points in the paint, and Hunter Pace has been on from beyond the arc as well.
Yeah, Riley and Hayden have done very well underneath, as well as Noah Perry and Carson Muirbrook. But Hunter's matched his total from the game in Orem with 4 threes already in the first half.
All right, well, that is your little highlight recap. We'll go ahead and dip into our outstanding student interview after this quick break here on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
Sometimes you just start craving a really good, juicy burger. Add cheese, maybe some bacon, and all the fixins that make every bite even better than the bite before it. Add a side of hand-cut fries, onion rings, or crisp tater tots, and top it off with an amazing ice cream cone. Or maybe a raspberry shake. Just thinking about it makes me hungry. When your stomach is grumbling like an angry bear and your cravings call out, head right down to the Crawford Trough in Randolph. The place to eat and drink. Stop in today.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of 6,300 feet, with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that is one reason why the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, a value for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Sim Bell and the town board, Melanie Lim, Clay Barker, Brandon Hatch, and Frank Sano, support the Rich Rebels and hope that you can come back often. Well, Rob, that was a really fun interview that I had with Brittany Lamborn. I think it's well deserved to go out and just congratulate the girls for coming away with a huge win against Tabiona. They've knocked themselves up to the 6th rank in the RPI. They're going to be playing ICS on Wednesday, March 2nd for girls' state playoffs.
And if it goes the way you expect it to, they could face Tabiona in the semifinals again.
It's very possible. And, I foresee something like that could be a possibility. Rob, let's talk a little bit about the boys. We got 1 minute left before our Epic Recreation third quarter and the start of our second half. We've got some good stats here that you have.
Well, Rich shot 58% from the field, and that is on fire. Telos, 22%. The key has been 4 of 8 from three-point land. 4 of those coming from Hunter Pace. The weak link in the Rebels, again, is the free throw line, 5 of 11. And for the Rebels on the boards, 21-7, 5 of those offensive. And Riley Carrillo with 7 rebounds. Will Carter for the Titans with 3. As far as the points go, Thurston Davis with 7, Will Carter with 4, and Noah Weiss with 2. I would expect Noah to do more in the second half. For the Rebels, Riley's got 12. Hunter Pace has 14, 2 short of what he had in Orem with 16. Hayden Weston's got 8, Noah Perry's got 2, and Jaden Cornia's got 1 free throw to make 37-13.
37 points is huge, and for a team like the Rich Rebels that have gone through scoring droughts periodically throughout the year, it's impressive to see, especially in the state playoffs. If you're the Telos Titans, Rob, let's touch up on this while we bring up our Bear Lake Realty fan cam. Your new home in Bear Lake, 1 phone call away at 435-946-8888. So, Rob, if you're the Telos Titans right now, I think one thing that you definitely need is to cut down on those turnovers that we've seen. Help yourself by not giving the ball into the arms of the Rebels. It will definitely help.
The halftime score in Orem was 32-21, so if you're Telos, you're pretty proud of the Rebels shot 58%, that you've kept them to 37 points, but you need to up your offense, obviously.
There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and start our Epic Recreation third quarter. That's epicrecreation.net. Find them on Facebook as well. Epic Recreation, for all that fun stuff that you want to do around the Bear Lake area. Epic Recreation is the one for you. And a reverse layup by Carter Hoffman, rejected by Noah Weiss. Hoffman stranded on the right side baseline, gives it up for Riley Carrillo, and a timeout taken by Coach Cornia to bail out Carter Hoffman as he was getting double teamed, and the Rebels are going to think about it. So we're 30 seconds into our Epic Recreation third quarter. We'll go ahead, keep it here. The Rich Rebels,
two more seconds, and you made that pass underneath. It would have been fine, but you can't blame Coach Cornia for trying to save the possession with the timeout.
Yeah, so, Coach Cornia made that decision to go ahead and call that timeout. And, one thing that's been very interesting to me, Rob, I find it funny. No, I'm just kidding. The Rich Rebel girls go 3 for 3 in wins in the last week. They jump up only 1 spot in the RPI from 7 to 6, even after upending Tabiona, who was ranked second. The Rebel boys go 2 for 3. But they jump up from 18th to 13th. Does that just tell you that as per rankings for the boys, that a lot of teams are a lot closer ranked together?
Yeah, and that RPI, when you figure it out, let me know.
It's a formula, they tell me. A missed shot opportunity, and the ball goes rolling out the baseline. Here comes Telos. Noah Weiss, who's been held in check, a little bit quiet in the first half. If we can get Noah Weiss going, then Telos is going to be in better shape than they were. Sean Miller up to the top for Noah Weiss. Weiss up and underneath the floater off the glass. That's short. Jaden Cornia ripping it off the backboard. Hunter Pace back up for Cornia, who drives with the left hand. Dribble stop and a feed for Hayden Weston. Hayden Weston got bopped right in the nose. And Hayden Weston slow to get back in transition. Here comes the Titans. A long 3 from Noah Weiss. That one off the back iron. Will Carter. Thurston Davis, guarded by Carter Hoffman. He's going to get underneath Hoffman, going right, and a jumper right at the free throw line, short. Sean Miller gets the rebound and puts it back, and it rolls out, no good. Here come the Rich Rebels. Hunter Pace just kind of giving it right back to Jaden Cornia. It will go out to the left side wing. Pace trying to screen for Riley Carrillo. Caught underneath the basket. Kicks it back out for Pace. A step back 3. Off the front, no good. Sean Miller tried to track it down. It will be last touched by Telos. It will stay with the Rebels.
Telos wants to talk a little bit about rebounding in the halftime because they've come out strong on the boards.
Good presence by Telos right now, and Hayden Weston's going to get checked out. Carson Muirbrook will come in. I think Hayden Weston got bopped in the nose. He's been kind of fiddling with it ever since the last 2 possessions when the Rebels came down to the court. Cornea.
He wants to sport one of those nice plugs up the nose like everybody else.
There you go. Maybe we just need to get a face mask for everybody on the team. Those are pretty fun. Pace, right side for Hoffman. Hoffman goes out to the left after getting a screen from Carrillo. Feeds Carrillo on the right side block. Gets position, gets double teamed. Kick out for Muirbrook, now out to the left. Cornea resets, goes back to Hoffman on the right side, right in front of the Rebel student section. Hoffman gives it to Muirbrook at the very top of the arc, and Coach Cornea is yelling. He's not happy about something. I'm not sure what he's
Riley
missing.
Carrillo was open underneath, and they couldn't get it to him.
Carrillo misses the jumper. Muirbrook tries to put it back and misses that one. Carrillo got that offensive rebound, but it's poked out from behind. It will go out the baseline and stay with the Rebels. So they've missed Carrillo on a couple open looks underneath. The guards for the Rebels have been working their way around, but they just haven't seen Carrillo inside quite yet. Carrillo on the far corner. Pump the jumper, kicks it out, straightaway 3. Cornea! With 3 revolutions around the rim, it will finally fall for 3.
And your scoring drought is over.
Offensive foul there by Davis Schmidt. And, on in the student section, so it'll be a turnover. The Rebels will come back with the basketball. In the student section, I see Riker Conk surrounded by the entire Lady Rebel basketball team. Good student section out here. Carter Hoffman on the left wing extended. Another alley-oop intercepted by Seth Fay. Just too low. Had to get that one up higher. Pushing it way down the floor. Will Carter tries to go across his body from left to right. It will be deflected out of bounds. Telos will take it underneath the basket on the far side. Noah Weiss. Collected and calm, high above his head. Soccer tosses it up into the court for Thurston Davis. Hand check, I believe, on Carter Hoffman coming up as he was trying to force Thurston Davis left. Rob, and for those of you that aren't at the game, anytime Thurston Davis gets the ball, Carter Hoffman is lining up at his 2 or 3 o'clock. He is trying to force him left every single time. A little fadeaway jumper long there by Will Carter. Rebound by Seth Fay into the body of Riley Carrillo. Puts it up and in.
That's the 3rd offensive board for the Titans in the 3rd quarter. They must have really hit that hard in the halftime talk.
In our Epic Recreation 3rd quarter, the Titans coming up big and rebounding, and they're going to get rewarded as Seth Fay, for an and 1 opportunity, misses the free throw. He'll get 2 points anyway and a foul. Carter Hoffman on the far sideline, down into the corner, inside. Riley Carrillo. That's a sprint from Riley Carrillo from one side of the court to the other to get position on the right side block and in. 42-15. Seth Fay fakes right, goes up, floater. Carson Muirbrook tips it high up into the air, and Jaden Cornea collects it on his own free throw line and goes out to the right. Muirbrook inside for Carrillo, who gets a 1-2 punch from Pace. So Carrillo gave it to Pace, who drove and up and around, spun off. Carrillo slides into the paint and gets it. Hunter Pace called for the foul. He was trying to get in front of Seth Fay. He'll get the foul called. That's his first one, I believe, of the whole game.
It is.
44-15 is your score. Will Carter loses the basketball, just dribbles it behind him, long in a cherry pick. Carter Hoffman gives it for Pace. Unselfish basketball by the Rebels, and they're sprinting down the floor to get some easy buckets, 46-15. Davis invited to go left by Carter Hoffman. He misses that one long. Way down the floor. Carrillo catches that one like he did in football from Hunter Pace and puts it up and in. 48-15, and the Rebels are really going out in front right now. 3 from the Telos Titans. Again, missing the rim. Carrillo gets it. Gives it up for Carson Muirbrook. And Muirbrook avoids Ellie Johnson by a few inches as he sprints out the back line. That ball goes careening out of bounds for a turnover by the Rebels.
After starting out slow in the third quarter on the offense, they've found the pedal right now.
48-15 is your score. Thurston Davis, along with fellow guard Davis Schmidt, looking at a little bit of a full court pressure, or 3/4 pressure. Davis, baseball huck down the floor. And it's broken well, and it just bounces out. Carson Muirbrook gets pit-pocketed from behind. Charlie Jones able to sneak behind Carson Muirbrook and knock that one away, and now Telos Titans tried to attack. They got fouled, and they'll get it out underneath the basket on the near side. Jones looking in for Seth Fay, fading away off the front of the rim. No good. Noah Perry coming away with a rebound. Into the arms of Trey Walker, who will go in front of the media bench and pitch it right back up for Jaden Cornea at the very top. Right side, Hoffman. No dribble at all for the Rich Rebels. They're looking for the pass, and it's going to be intercepted by Seth Fay. Noah Perry was trying to get positioning. Seth Fay jumped out in front of him. 3 by Jones. No good. Trey Walker, Carson Muirbrook sandwich Jack Graham. And Trey Walker is going to be rewarded with a foul rather than the basketball.
His first foul of the game.
2:14 left here in the third quarter. 48-15 advantage for the Rebels. Jones on the near side of the basket, inbounds to Seth Fay. Thurston Davis driving right, step back, covered well by Hoffman. Up to the very top, a dribble drive by Schmidt, and a kick-out 3 for Seth Fay off the back of the iron, and will go rolling out of bounds. Smartly let go by Jaden Cornea. That will stop the clock at 1:57. On the far corner on his own side of the court, into Trey Walker, who will just tip it right back to Cornea. He'll strut his way across the timeline from right to left on your radio dial. Telos in their deep blue and yellow accents, and the Rich Rebels in their all whites. Right at the free throw line, off the bank, Trey Walker knocks down the jumper. 50 now for the Rich Rebels with 90 seconds left before the end of the third quarter. Davis to Jones. Jones couldn't give it back to Davis, and now he's in trouble. Foul, Noah Perry. I think that's his third.
It is.
Noah Perry was there to pressure Jones on the dead corner as he crossed half-court line on the far sideline. Jones wanted to give it back to Thurston Davis, but Davis had not yet crossed the timeline. It would have been a backcourt violation.
Drake Weston into the game for the Rebels.
So Drake Weston has come back. Oh, he's come into the ball game for the very first time. Trey
Nate
Walker.
Woods also in the ball game.
Nate in there. Seth Fay kick out to the right side for Schmidt. Schmidt on the baseline, up and good, and one. Is that on Noah Perry? I think that's his fourth. Noah Perry's going to have to come out of the ball game as he's given up 4 fouls in the game. Hayden Weston will come back. So Schmidt goes right into the body of Noah Perry, and he's going to get the and one.
Schmidt's first points of the game.
Davis Schmidt, the guard, knocks down the free throw to make the three-point play official. Drake Weston across the timeline. Now, Drake Weston is a speedy fast. I mean, he lives close to the floor, and I think that allows him to speed around everywhere he goes. He adds energy when he comes out onto the floor, Rob.
He does.
Weston inbound for Muirbrook on the near side corner. Back for Weston, near side 3. That one's long, high up in the air, collected by Telos. Telos with a 3-on-3 opportunity decides cross-court pass for Jones for 3. Right side wing, just a tad too long. And a rebound by Sean Miller. Miller tries to kick it back out, and he's going to get his pocket picked Ball into the arms of the Rebels. Drake Weston into the offensive set. Goes out to the left. Dribble handoff for Nate Woods. Nate driving in, kicks out to the right side for Trey Walker. Trey feeds Meerbrook on the left elbow. Cross the court to end the key for Hayden Weston, and a foul on Sean Miller. You know, if I were a betting man, I would bet every time that Hayden Weston goes into the paint, more often than not, he's going to come away with at least a chance from the free throw line.
Either that or points.
So to the free throw line, the Bear Lake Realty free throw line struts Hayden Weston. First one rolls off the front and the back and in. Each time that Hayden Weston has gone to the line in this game, he has gone 50%.
Don't jinx him.
No, he's going to break it right here, Rob. That's what I'm saying. I can feel it. Hayden Weston to be perfect from the line. Off to the left, no good.
Carson Muirbrook with the rebound.
Carson Muirbrook gets an offensive rebound and then a foul quickly given up by Telos. That one's going to be on Davis Schmidt. That's his second one of the ball game. 30 seconds left before the end of the third quarter. Drake Weston trying to get around Schmidt. Across the baseline, it's last touched by the Telos Titans. It will stay with the Rebels.
Went right through Trey Walker's legs.
That took 3 seconds off the clock, Rob, so we got 28 ticks of the clock before the end of the third quarter, brought to you by Epic Recreation. Now on the sideline into Meerbrook. Meerbrook in for Hayden Weston. Weston pushes the shot short. Davis Schmidt taken away. Drake Weston comes away with a steal, and then Schmidt comes from behind and gets him on the arm. And that's going to be into the bonus. We will go. No, excuse me. I was looking on the wrong side.
Yep.
It's been 7 fouls given up by the Rebels. So still another Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound. Screen down from up and across. Carson Meerbrook on the left side. Easy put in for Meerbrook. 53-18. 10 seconds left for the end of the third quarter. Thurston Davis will work up against Nate Woods and take the three ball short. Ball collected by Sean Miller and Nate Woods, and the time will run out before a jump ball can be called after the end of 3.
Who am I going to give that rebound to?
I don't know, Rob. I don't know if it was a rebound because nobody had possession yet, right? Could be. Let's go into a quick break. We'll come back to you for our Bear Lake Memorial Hospital fourth quarter and the conclusion of this game for the first round of the state playoffs here in Randolph on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife. With all your might.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
All right, Rob, we're back here for the start of our fourth quarter. The Rich Rebels are up 53-18 over the Telos Titans in the first quarter of the UHSAA state playoffs. This is a home play-in game held by the Rich Rebels, and it's going to be a very big comeback for Telos, and it will be a complete momentum shift if they want to come back into this game. And, I'm willing to bet that a 3 right now would spark something. Any points, really, for Telos.
Yeah, Telos is only 1 of 13 from the three-point land, so they need any offense they can muster up.
They're going to miss that first jumper, and it will go right into the arms of Trey Walker. Feeding in, and a steal, Noah Weiss, who's been held in check most all game. He's going to miss the layup. Thurston Davis comes away with the offensive rebound, and he'll miss it again. And the Rich Rebels finally collect themselves, and they'll go back into their offensive set. 2 chances for Telos right there off of the fast break and the steal. Riley Correa on the left side elbow. Kick out for Cornea down the left side baseline and a travel. Rob, it feels like I can hear a pin drop in this gymnasium right now. I don't. It's unsettling, to be honest with you.
It must be the time of the day.
It must be. What, people in Randolph don't party at 2 in the afternoon on a Saturday? I guess not. Thurston Davis on the left side wing, drives against Trey Walker. Jump, hop, stop, and long on the little floater from about 4 feet out. The Rebels here again with the basketball. Jaden Cornea. Dribble handoff for pace on the left side wing. Back to Cornea, who's going to feed Riley Creo. Left side block. Fade away, off the glass, no good. Gets his offensive rebound, goes up and underneath, and fouled.
He just wanted to get a double-double, so he had to miss the shot because that's his 10th board.
There you go. Riley Carrillo with an official double-double. Well, official when it comes to our stat keeping over. All right, Riley Carrillo to the line. I'm feeling 100% from this trip, Rob.
Left it short. Rebels are only 6-14.
Don't let me go to Wendover or Vegas anytime soon. I am not good at this. He misses the first one. Riley Carrillo got his double-double, but he's going to miss the first free throw.
Tyler Stevens into the game for Hunter Pace.
So Stevens, Cornea, Carrillo, Weston, and Walker. Riley Carrillo.
You really cursed him now.
My goodness, I am so sorry. He missed everything, and I'm talking like 2 feet below the rim. I'm going to give him a good razzing about that one later on. Okay, Riley Carrillo misses that one.
Buckwheat into the game for Riley.
Buckwheat in for Riley. Thurston Davis for Noah Weiss. 3 feet beyond the arc, high off and far to the left. Telos has just not had good luck putting it in the basket today. They've just been off in terms of shooting. 6:23 before the end of the ball game. Tyler Stevens inside for Hayden Weston. Gets fouled.
All right, what are you going to say now?
All right, what I'm going to – Hayden Weston's going to go to the line, and we're going to see what he's going to do.
He's going to hit them both.
Yeah, you think so? First one. Long. Bounces back to him. No good. Rob, we're not allowed.
Extra free throws in practice this week before
yeah,
state.
That's what we're going to – that's what I assume is going to be working on. Second one. To the left, bounces out to the right, out of bounds. It will go to Telos Titans. Last touch by Tyler Stevens. Noah Weiss across the timeline. He's going to dribble crossover in front of Cornea, loses the basketball, goes out of bounds. It will stay with Telos. Telos with the inbounds on the far side of the basket. Looking. Gets it finally into Jack Graham. Kicks it out for Thurston Davis. Davis spins across Buckwheat, fading away. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Trey Walker. Jaden Cornea at the very top of the arc. Crossover left, handoff for Tyler Stevens. Stevens goes around Hayden Weston in front of the free throw line and is going to be intercepted by Thurston Davis. Stevens tries to get in front of Davis. Davis, dribble, hop, stop, and long. Try to get a putback there from Seth Fay, no good. And wow, shooting percentage has just not gone the way of Telos today. It's just one of those days, and it's just not one that you want, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah, Davis has been held scoreless in the second half. Credit Carter Hoffman and Jaden Cornea on some defense.
Stevens feeding Buckwheat inside. Buckwheat throws it up and a foul. Buckwheat looks to have gotten clocked, shakes his head, tries to shake off the juice. Okay, Buckwheat here. I've got faith in Buck. Everybody can hear me too because everybody's dead quiet in the gym.
So looking for our first made free throw in the fourth quarter.
Buckwheat to the line. Rolls in off the front of the iron and good. Big money here. Big money here.
And those are the first points of the fourth quarter for either team.
54-18 for the Rich Rebels with 5 minutes left here in the ballgame. Second one. Long, no good. Buckwheat gets his own offensive rebound on the left side wing. Nate Woods able to get that outlet. Thurston Davis comes up and picks from behind. No one gave him the wolf call, and Nate Woods puts his foot in the way of the passing lane, and it goes off of his foot out of bounds. Stops the fast break. Noah Weiss into Seth Fay on the right side wing. Stolen away by Tyler Stevens. Stevens going across the timeline. Stops in front of the Rich Rebel student section. Back to Stevens. Stevens, one dribble hop feed for Buckwheat. Off the glass. No! Buckwheat tried to be soft off the glass. It was just a little bit too much. Rimmed out. No good. Thurston Davis back with the basketball. In the half-court circle, goes to the left for Noah Weiss. Noah Weiss, who normally averages a large portion of the offensive production for the Telos Titans, have been held in check. I believe only 2 points in total for Noah Weiss today. That's just uncharacteristic for him.
Little NBA continuation there.
There we go. And Davis Schmidt with the and one call as he drives, gets fouled on the arm. That puts Telos up to 20. As the crowd hushes in complete silence, they let Schmidt shoot the ball up and good, 54-21.
That's 6 points for Schmidt.
Nate Woods works it left to Stevens. Stevens pump fakes inside, gets it to Buck. Jumper off the glass, too far to the left. Seth Fay there to collect. Thurston Davis with the outlet. He'll go against Trey Walker right across the half-court line. Trey Walker bouncing off of Davis. Davis, right side, back to Davis. Davis fakes right, goes in, jumps, puts it up and in on the jumper, right on the elbow. Rob, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever been to a sporting event this quiet before in my entire life. I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. Feed from Stevens to Hayden Weston. Gets blocked on the first one, gets fouled on the second one. He'll go to the line for 2.
He's got to get one of these two. He's got to hit double digits.
So 1 point will put Hayden Weston in the double-digit point department. He puts up the first one. Good. Bottom of the bucket. That is easy money. And if he does it twice, just muscle memory at that point. Logan Clough is checked into the ball game. Hayden Weston rolls out. Looked good. Did not fall, though. Still 55-23. Davis, again, handling the point. Driving against Logan Clough. Clough reaching inside. Thurston Davis yeeted that ball across the court. Out for Noah Weiss, who misses that one from the far corner. Grazed the back of the rim, and then it came off funky, and Hayden Weston was there to collect. Nate Woods against Noah Weiss. Noah Weiss deflection into the student section, right in between Ellie Argyle and Riker Kunk. Hayden Weston to check out of the ball game here. He made it up to his 10-point mark, and he'll come out.
And 6 rebounds for Hayden. 3 of those offensive.
That's big. Sean Miller in for Seth Fay. 3 minutes left here in the ball game before regulation. Rob, this might be a good time for us to look forward to what we can expect perhaps down in the state tournament. Both the boys and the girls will be going. They'll be both playing on Wednesday. One is the most early game you could play, and one is the most late game that you can play. Logan Clough, offensive rebound. Ball out. It goes out the near corner on the left side, and it will go to Telos.
The boys will leave Tuesday after school, and the girls will leave about noon on Wednesday to get there in time for their late game.
Yep.
And that's probably the last time Riley Carrillo will step on the floor as a senior, as well as Hayden Weston.
Wow, incredible. Those two did fantastic today.
Riker Hoffman in the ball game.
Noah Weiss, crossover left, long 3 again. And 1. Noah Weiss knocks that one home. That's his first 3 of the game, Rob. And
he's only his second basket of the game.
And he's going to go up for a 4-point play, seldom seen. And he's coming up really gingerly on that left ankle. I did not see who came up on him.
I think they gave it to Buckwheat. His second foul of the game.
55-26, Noah Weiss. Deep breaths, working his way through the pain. He has a chance for a 4-point play and puts it off the glass and in. Noah Weiss is going to probably come out of the ball game now.
So if I'm a Rebel fan, Cody, how am I going to watch the state tournament next week?
That's a great question, Rob. You're full of great questions. You can hear me audio only on mylocalradio.com as I will be down there covering the Rich Rebels for KADQ and My Local Radio. Both the Rich Rebel boys and the girls will be covered by me, yours truly, but I will only be able to do audio only as that ball acrobatically kept in bound on the far corner. Logan Clough gives it to Buckwheat and a little bit of a tie-up. Buckwheat and Ethan Aaron still showing a lot of energy and fight even with 2 minutes left here in the ball game. This is all but wrapped up. So you'll be able to hear me, Rob, down there. I'll bring you more information up to date as the games get a little bit closer. But I can promise you this for sure. You'll be able to listen to me online at mylocalradio.com.
I'll be doing so.
All right. Good. We'll miss you in the booth, Rob. We'll miss you in the booth. Buckwheat off to the right, no good, and a lane violation. Ball goes out into the arms of Telos. So we can look forward a little bit here. I don't know, Rob, how much you know. We've seen ICS a few times for the girls. The girls have beat ICS both times. Has not been necessarily close, even though ICS is very talented. They were without Morgan Zandberg the last time these two teams played for the girls. Bucket there for Telos, up and good. As for the boys, they're going to be facing 4th-ranked Bryce Valley early Wednesday morning. I don't know if you know much about Bryce Valley. I don't.
I cannot say I do.
All right, well, we'll have more information as time comes along. Long three from Thurston Davis rolls out to the right. Sean Miller acrobatically keeping that behind and falling out of bounds, throws it behind his back right into Drake Weston, and Drake Weston will have the ball fall off of his gut out of bounds out the baseline. Telos with the basketball, looks inside. Sean Miller up and over the top for Schmidt. Uses his height against Weston and then into the body. No good. We've seen a few boys come up kind of sore as they're getting boxed in the paint. We've had Hayden Weston with the nose, Riley Creo with the nose, Noah Weiss with an ankle.
Thurston Davis had the nose to start the ball game off.
That's right.
You had Justin Adams, Buckwheat, walk out the floor just a minute ago as his last time on the home court, as well as Nate Woods, and you'll soon see Tyler Stevens do the same. That's got to be an interesting feeling to know you won't play a ball game on this floor again.
That's crazy. First one missed by Schmidt. I remember walking off the floor, walking off the turf the last time as a senior, and I don't think you really realize it until later on. It will settle in. Second shot from Schmidt. Good. That puts Telos up to 30. 55-30. Drake Weston, nobody picks him up. He drives in the lane, throws it up with the left hand, and good.
That's called a wide open lane to the court.
It looked like part in the Red Sea there a little bit. 1:14 left here. Thurston Davis against Hoffman. Davis acrobatically throwing that one up. Way off balance. Puts that one up and in with the right hand as he drove. Drake Weston, another dribble drive and a foul with 58 seconds left here in the ball game.
All right, I'm putting money on Drake from the free throw line.
All right. Oh, no.
We got to even out this percentage.
Mathematically speaking, Rob, you can't have a whole game where there's not 2 for 2, right? I guess you can because he misses the first one.
I'd say we got to have a sponsor like Utah State or the Utah Jazz when somebody misses the free throw that you get a reward, but I'm not sure what that would be.
I don't know. Maybe we need, free chicken tenders at the Crawford Trough. That'd be nice. Second one up and made, making it 58-32. Thurston Davis on the far sideline. He's going to be forced left by Hoffman. Dribble spin off to Hoffman and a drive way short. Seth Fay and Drake Weston coming up both together for a jump ball. and a swap of possessions.
I'm going to give the rebound to Seth Fay on that one. That's his 8th. He's done a good job on the rebounds.
Yep. Seth Fay. Well, Seth Fay has been doing the dirty work. He's been there to get things off the glass the whole game, especially in the third quarter. That is how it worked. Sean Miller poking that one away from Logan Cleft. Another Mound Valley Cattle Company inbound right in front of the student section there. Ambria Lutz could inbound it herself. She's right there next to Logan.
I wonder who didn't get the memo in the student section because it was supposed to be a blue out. I'm not seeing all blue, and I'm colorblind, but I know all that is not blue.
No, that's not all blue. And we're going to have to go give Riker Conk a piece of our mind as he's really messing with the aesthetics of the student section right now.
He knows it's a blue out because I told him earlier this week.
Well, isn't he part of the – he's the student council.
You betcha.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're really going to have to get
That's
after
your student
him.
body president right there.
All right.
The Levi's are blue.
I don't think that counts. Schmidt comes across the timeline. He has 4 seconds left in the ballgame. It's going to be on him. Throws it up to the right. No good. Your final score, Rich, 58-32, takes care of business in the first round. Rich will be moving on to play Bryce Valley at 10:30 on March 2nd down in the Sevier Valley Center. I'll be there. Rob, you'll be there in spirit listening to me. And we'll go ahead touch up on that as we move into our post-game coverage. We'll come back to you in just a minute on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Atlas Home Care and Hospice provides skilled nursing and physical therapy services in your home in Rich County. In-home service providers include Natalie Cornea, Kylie Argyle, Brady Stokes, and Bradley Holmes. Call Atlas Home Care and Hospice today.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
All right, welcome here to the post-game show brought to you today. And first off, we're going to go ahead and cover our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. That's Jimmy John's 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fresh and fast meat gourmet sandwiches every time. All right, at the end of the first quarter, Rich will lead 20-6. Hunter Pace, 3 threes in the first quarter. He got it starting off hot. And then in the second quarter, an 8-0 run and a 7-0 run by the Rich Rebels is going to lead them to 37-13 at our halftime. Out of the break as well, I mean, again, on Fryer, Riley and Jaden Cornea coming away with the majority of the points. They pushed that one all the way 53-18. And then your final score at the very end, Telos scoring the most points that they did the entirety of the game in the fourth quarter. That's 58-32. Riley Carrillo is going to end the game with 18 points. Hunter Pace with 16. And they go 5 of 11 from three-point land. Thurston Davis, a leading scorer for the Telos Titans, ends it with 11 points for himself. Rob, overall, if you're a Rich Rebel fan, that's something that you like to see. The Rich Rebels look in sync, and they're getting ready for the second round.
Coach Corney's been preaching it all season long. This is the regular season, just build up to the playoffs. Doesn't matter what that looks like. It's all about what you do at the state tournament, and he's got that in his players' minds, and I think they're well set to go make a run.
All right, well, we'll look forward to that. They're going to have to go ahead up against a very good Bryce Valley team. They're ranked 4th in the RPI. We'll get more information on Bryce Valley as the week progresses, but they're going to have a quick turnaround. They're going to be playing on Wednesday, and the girls will be playing Wednesday as well. Rob, we'll touch up on both of those teams at the very end, but let's dive into our Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the game. That's Dr. McKay Frankham providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices. Call Dr. McKay Frankham for dentistry work in Evanston, and we've had a few. And there was a few and one calls by Hayden Weston. He had a few all day today as he got great position and puts those ones up and in. I believe early in the game he was able to complete a 3-point play and set the tone for positioning for the offense for the Rebels inside the paint all day.
He has a good job of getting position, and he typically does that pump fake. He didn't do that every time today, but he has worked well, and his hard work shows off that he can handle himself under there and has some good post moves.
All right, now moving on to our player of the game, brought to you by the town of Garden City, where families play and meet. Visit gardencity.ut.org, I believe. Now, Rob, yes.
I'm going to give it to Hunter Pace.
All right.
Matching his 16 points that he put up in Orem with the 3 threes in the first quarter, no pun intended, but that set the pace for the game. We jumped out to an early lead, and even though it is Riley Carrillo's final game on the home floor, got to give it to Hunter. He set the tone early on with those 3 threes in the first quarter, and the Rebels never looked back from there.
Yeah, I think the story of the game, Rob, was that the Rebels went out to a big lead and they never looked back, and they went to what worked well. That's Riley Carrillo, that's Hunter Pace, and I mean that's everybody working together in tandem. Everybody had roles. I mean, more specifically, Carter Hoffman didn't score a ton of points, but he kept in check a very, very good player today.
Yeah, he had his hands full with Thurston Davis and did an excellent job.
All right, well, let's go ahead and wrap up our post-game show by just kind of looking forward to next week. One more time, the Rich Rebels will advance to the second round for the boys. They will be playing the 4th-ranked RPI Bryce Valley Mustangs. They will be playing the Mustangs at 10:30 at 10 a.m. at the Sevier Valley Center down there in Richfield. Same day, different time, 10 hours in the future, the Rich Rebel girls will be playing the ICS Lions for their second round matchup, as they were high enough in the RPI to circumnavigate, get around this play-in game. That's what one of their goals was, and they got it. They'll be playing ICS. If they beat ICS, they'll be playing Monument Valley afterwards. I don't know much about Monument Valley, so we'll see how that goes. And if the way that I think it will go, I believe that you will have a semifinal matchup. If the two teams that I think will perform the way that they can perform, you'll see a semifinal matchup between Tabiona and Rich. So it'll be a good one.
That will be a fun one.
Rob, thanks so much for joining me here for our last game. Here in Randolph. It was a good one. Final recap. The Rich Rebel boys at the 13th ranked RPI ranking take away the chances for Telos to advance. They beat them 58-32. Special thanks to everybody. Colton Bagley back in the studio. My beautiful wife, Melissa Olsen, working the camera. Rob, it's been great to do color with you. It's been great all around, a fantastic season. Let's end it right down in Richfield. As always, Cody Olsen saying good luck. Have a fantastic Saturday. Have your Saturday nap if you need to have it. And as always, go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Thank you for joining us on this Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on MyLocalRadio.com. Until next time, go Rebels!